Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the MJ Innocent podcast. I'm your host, Moonwalker Tanya. So back in 2019, when I joined the MJ community, a good friend of mine who I used to work with, when I would tell her about all the inconsistencies and how I would defend Michael without fear, because a lot of people were afraid to defend Michael, she said, Tanya, maybe you should write a book, like defending Michael that way. And it was a great idea, don't get me wrong. And the reason why I thought it was a good idea was because, obviously, if you've been following my channel for a while, I wanted to be a defense lawyer. And when I was in college, I took a lot of writing classes, and there was a time when I wanted to be a writer. So it would be a combination of two things that I love very dearly. But here's the reason why I decided not to do it. First of all, it would take a lot of time. I would have to reassure everything that I put in the book. I would have to make sure everything is factual, make sure that I have credible sources, which I always make sure of anyway. But it would also be very difficult because the publishing companies, most of the time, they are not interested in truthful books about Michael. They usually want bullshit, basically like the media and tabloids. But I'll admit, though, I'm just glad that they didn't publish Wade's book, because Wade actually tried to write a book of his lies, but none of the publishing companies were interested in it. So maybe they learned their mistakes from when they published Shauna's book. But that's a story for another video. But anyway. And obviously, I do believe I could write a book. But some of the biggest problems besides the publishing companies would be that I don't want to make money by defending Michael. And that's part of the reason why I became a podcaster. So, yeah, obviously I could do it, because there's been so many people who would write terrible books about Michael that were not true, and it's very unfortunate. But it's like Michael says in Tabloid Junkie, just because you read it in a magazine or see it on the TV screen, and I'm going to add this part, or read it in a book, does not make it factual. Yeah, so just wanted to share this little idea with you guys. There actually was a time when I was working on a book idea. It was about what my ex put me through. But I pulled the plug on that because even though he hurt me very badly, it wasn't going to do any good. It's like, But I am thinking about making a video about it on my other channel. So, yeah. So, who knows? Maybe I will write a book someday, but it probably won't be about Michael, though. I think I would rather just stick to my podcast when it comes to that. There actually was a time when I wanted to write children's books. So, yeah, I'm thankful to my friend who recommended it. But back then, I actually was considering it, but there would be a lot of obstacles to try to have it published. So it seemed like it was a little bit more trouble than it was worth. But at least on here, I can post videos without any issues. Yeah, so I love you guys, and let's have a great conversation in the comments.